Chapter 12. The Shocking Aftermath of the Spirit Fantasy War. Sumu stared intently at the arrangement of the floating crystals. All kinds of clues in his mind were piecing together rapidly like a jigsaw puzzle. He realized that the layout of these crystals might be an important key to unlocking the secrets of the back mountain. Closely connected to the markings and runes he had seen before, it might point to a crucial location or piece of information. Feng, let's search according to the pattern of these crystal arrangements. Maybe we can find new clues, Sumo said, his eyes full of anticipation. The two began to search carefully around the area of the floating crystals, not missing any detail. They followed the direction of the crystal arrangement, looking for possible corresponding markings or passages on the surrounding ground and walls. Just then, the originally calm space suddenly shook violently. The colorful lights flickered erratically, as if the entire space was about to collapse. The floating crystals collided with each other, making clear but terrifying sounds. "What's going on? This is bad," Feng shouted, his body unsteady due to the shaking. Sumu was also jolted around, but he tried his best to stay calm and think of a way to deal with the situation. "Maybe we triggered some kind of mechanism, or our exploration of the crystals has caused the instability of the space," Sumu shouted, while trying to find the source of the vibration. As the shaking intensified, cracks appeared in the space. Black smoke billowed out from them, and hideous phantoms loomed within the smoke, letting out shrill howls. These phantoms resembled demons, lunging at Sumu and Feng with their claws outstretched. They're space phantoms. Be careful of their attacks. Sumo recognized these phantoms. He had heard his grandfather mention that they were dangerous existences born from the instability of the space. Sumu quickly condensed his spiritual power and formed a shield in front of him. Feng followed suit, infusing his spiritual power into his sword, ready to fight back. The first phantom lunged forward and hit Sumu's shield hard. The shield shook violently, and Sumu felt a numbness in his arm. Feng seized the opportunity and stabbed at the phantom with his sword. The blade passed through the phantom, only stirring up a cloud of black smoke. The phantom was not substantially damaged. Instead, it turned and pounced on Feng. Feng quickly dodged to the side. More and more phantoms emerged from the cracks, surrounding the two of them. These phantoms were agile and impervious to ordinary attacks, putting immense pressure on Sumu and Feng. While fending off the attacks of the phantoms, Sumu was also thinking of a way to break the situation. He noticed that although the phantoms were not affected by physical attacks, they would disperse briefly when hit by spiritual power. Feng, attack with spiritual power. They react to it, Sumo shouted. At the same time, he increased the output of his spiritual power, and the shield glowed brightly, repelling the approaching phantoms. Hearing this, Feng concentrated his spiritual power on his sword and swung it forcefully into the group of phantoms. A spiritual power sword energy shot out, hitting several phantoms and dispersing a large area of them in an instant. However, new phantoms kept emerging from the cracks, seemingly endless. Just as the two were gradually feeling overwhelmed, Sumu suddenly thought of the ancient war scenes he had seen in the crystal before. The powerful spiritual power spells shizhen by the powerful beings in the scenes might give them inspiration. Sumo focused his mind, recalling the way the spiritual power circulated in those spells, and tried to simulate it in his body. He fused different attribute spiritual powers in a specific order, and then suddenly blasted them into the group of phantoms. A multicolored spiritual power beam shot out. Wherever it passed, the phantoms dissipated one by one, and the cracks seemed to be suppressed, no longer spawning new phantoms. Seeing Sumu's success, Feng also imitated him, fused his spiritual power, and launched an attack. With their combined efforts, the phantoms gradually decreased. The vibration of the space slowly weakened, and the cracks began to heal. Finally, the last phantom dissipated, and the space returned to calm. Sumo and Feng slumped to the ground, exhausted. The previous battle had drained all their spiritual power, but this crisis also made them more aware that the secrets of the back mountain involved extremely powerful forces, and every step of the exploration was accompanied by great danger. After a short rest, Sumo stood up, looked at the floating crystals around him, and his determination to explore to the end became even stronger. "Let's keep looking for clues. Since we've come this far, we can't give up halfway," Sumo said. Feng nodded, and the two once again immersed themselves in exploring the pattern of the crystal arrangements. They knew that more unknown challenges awaited them ahead, and the key to unlocking the secrets of the back mountain might be just around the corner.